They say that the proof is in the pudding. What does that mean? Good morning, guys and girls. Let's take a look at our catch of the day for January 15th. That's right, January 15th. It's going to come from Mark 2:10. Mark 2:10, but I will prove to you that the Son of Man has authority on earth to forgive sins. But I will prove to you that the Son of Man has authority on earth to forgive sins. Sometimes talk is really big during tournament rounds at bass tournaments. Even when the fishermen fail to catch much on tournament day, they'll still brag about all the big ones they caught in practice. The real proof comes when they carry those bass to the weigh-in scales. That's the proof in the pudding. When you walk up there with that big bag of bass, that's the pudding right there. Jesus claimed authority on earth to forgive sins. He backed this up by making the blind see. He made the lame walk. The dead came back to life. He ultimately backed this up by his death on the cross and his own resurrection 3 days later. He then walked among the living here on earth for 40 more days, talked to hundreds and hundreds of people to prove that he had come back from the dead. Jesus can and will forgive our sins if we simply ask him. He'll also carry us to that great weigh-in in heaven. Our proof will be in the pudding. It'll be heaven. Our tip for today, slightly open up the hook on your spinnerbait for better hookups and fewer bass misses, fewer bass losses. Just open that hook up just a little bit. Most spinnerbaits, when you take them out of the package, that hook is going to be pointing exactly straight out or maybe slightly downward. You want that point of that hook pointing slightly upward. So what you want to do is you want to take your needle nose pliers and you want to just get out there on that hook. Now, don't get out on the point of the hook. You want to get on the bend of the hook with your needle nose and just bend that stainless steel hook slightly upward just a little bit. Most of the hooks in spinnerbaits are stainless steel, and they're a little tough to bend. Particularly big 4/0 like I use, they're a little tough to bend. But you want to get that and you just bend it slightly upward just a little bit. Not a lot. You don't want to open it up. Now, you open your hook up. When you do that, you make your hook a little bit larger. So if you got, say, a 4/0 hook, maybe it's not a 5, but maybe it's a 4 1/4 or 4 1/2 if if it was such an animal. But it's just a little bit larger gap hook, which is going to be a lot better for catching big fish. But when that hook is pointed slightly upward, you're going to miss less fish. You're going to lose less fish, and that's what you want to do. Now, here's the downside of that. Will you get hung up more? Yeah, you will get hung up a little bit more. Guys and girls, get out there and catch you a bunch. It's the middle of the winter, but fishing is good in a lot of places. My philosophy about summertime and wintertime is in the summertime, go north. In the wintertime, go south. Exactly what you need to do. Guys and girls, have a great one out there. I love you.